into the song. You had fun, you were smiling, you even laughed at times. That was intentional. And the great thing is, oh, I love the use of the talking drum. And even when some of you may not have known which direction with your hands or where to look, you still carry on. And that's what I like. So welcome.
Welcome, friends. Students, can we have you on stage now? Please put your hands together for us. While they are trying to get on stage, let me draw your attention to this corner here. I don't know how many of you have noticed the deal, but there is one up for grabs. The trophies here and the mentorship opportunity with our fantastic judges here. You get to be mentored by them. So there's a lot, a whole lot. Not trying to put you under any pressure, but please give this your best. About the way that you perform on there. I love the energy. I love the energy. There's a lot of energy coming from you guys. And you know, there's something about being on stage where you, even if you're singing the worst song in the world, and this is an absolutely worst song that you choose. Just the fact that you come up there and you believe in what you're singing and you sing it with so much energy, so much life, and so much passion. You're going to transfer all that energy to others. I'm sure you all feel, I have goosebumps thinking that well. Sunny rock, girl, you're all me. Sunny rock. Please settle down, please. Let's settle down, please. Sorry, your presence. Wow, wow. I'm just amazed at the level of talents. You guys are amazing. Please do that again.
He's running with me in the school.
So Olivia,
When she finished, I didn't know when I said hallelujah.
do you know why?
Because I think I was more touched by the story behind the music. It's so inspiring. And it tells us so much already. And I think that's the best part of this song because you can picture what she's saying. You could hear the music, turn away from the singer, and just be inspired. So I think this is the best so far.
And just to add to that, your song actually made one of the divas suddenly cry. As in, she was crying. Okay, woman, I feel performing with that song. I feel, let's have you. Very well done, ladies. We'll just take a moment for one budget.
I feel so well done. I think you guys were amazing. Your presentation was key. I love the way all of you came on stage and everyone was in sync and the music conductor was fantastic. You have so much passion in you. I don't think anybody could have done it better. Your school is amazing. Well done, everyone.
Next up, we have Bridge House performing hero. Bridge House. Coming on stage. If you're all you're all hanging out at Bridge House.
If you look inside your heart, you don't have to be afraid of what you are. Here's an answer. If you search in your soul, let go, melt away. And then you're with the strength that carry on, and you find me inside, and you go
Welcome, peaceful order. Look at the next future song, right? This is what our people is all about. People are chance to be heard. This is what thank you very much, Green House. Give it all. We just want to do your thing. Your spirit, your offense out of their bond. Please be on standby. Your spirit. to more than I can be. I am sure that I am what you're sure. You bring me up to more than I Thank you very much, Lady Paula. Well done, very well done.
Well done, ladies. I have to say to the father and to the rest of the girls that sang that what you're doing is not easy. And for you to come up here and to sing with amazing voices, I just want to say well done. You sounded angelic, you sounded very beautiful. I love the way you interpreted the song, and I also love the way you broke it up into parts, so well done.
Thank you, ladies. Next up, Georgeville College. Trinity College, please be on standby. I work at Bellina College, not KP. Bellina College, please be on standby.
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when trouble comes and my life burden weary, when I am still and thinking in the silence, until you come and sing the ride with me. You make me up so I can not without its burden. It's restless heart, feels so perfectly. But when you come, and I am filled with wonder, sometimes I feel eternity. Oh, when we Jonesville, well done. Let me start by letting you know that I really love you. I love you. Do you believe me when I say I love you? I absolutely love you. And here's the thing. First of all, can I say instrumentalists? Instrumentalists. I'm going to put you on the spot here. What we're doing today is really important, okay? It's not about you guys, it's about these ladies on stage. You are distracting us when you throw a tantrum, like what you guys did when these lovely ladies started singing. Please do not do it again. No matter what the technical issue you are having is, the show must go on. If you stop playing, you will destabilize these young women. For some of them, it's their first time on stage. If they cannot hear the key, they will sing off key. If they sing off key, it will impact on how we judge them. Can you please act like the wonderful professionals that I know that you are? Please don't hate on me. I love you just as much as I'm saying I love them. But please, this is really, you guys are adults. This is it's formative for them. So it's about them. Please, guys, please. Ladies, I love I love the energy. I love the passion. I'm a firm believer in displaying passion when you sing. However, you must put in the work involved. And I say this for every group that is here today. Every group that is here today. Even if you are called on stage to do 1 minute of presentation, you must put in the work involved. And I'll say this also to you, that a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. So if there's somebody on the front row who is displaying all that passion and singing her heart out, and there's someone on the back row who's got her hands in her pocket, do you see what I'm saying? you're going to create, there's a disparity. It means y'all didn't work together. And I'm saying this to every group that is here today. You need to put in the work involved. Every time that you are called to put on the project, even if it was only for 30 seconds, you need to put in the work involved. This today is a lesson for all of us to learn to take away something from, I don't want to sound harsh, but we do need, so lesson number one, music is hard work, okay? So well done on all of the work so far, but I will say that a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. And that's not to say, I'm not pinpointing anybody here as the weakest link, but I just need you to know that after having done all this work, it doesn't create a good picture when you're not all together in sync, so that we who are receiving from you can sort of feel, the same vibe coming from everybody on stage. Nevertheless, well done, great effort. Keep up the energy. Don't stop being as passionate as you are, because that passion is going to take you far. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Miss Diamond. Well done, Georgeville. Belinda College. That's the last school for this round. Please put your hands together as they come.
I used to see the right and life was nothing but enough for so. But now I know the meaning of your love. I'm leaving your everlasting heart.
Well done, ladies.
Well done. That was a lovely song. The first school doing this song. So quite impressive. Well done. Your hard work and passion. And the lead singer, you sang with so much passion, and it's obvious you put in a lot of work. Thank you, Elinus. Thank you.
Please let's put our hands together for that. Okay, so we have wonderful friends with us, Supreme Educational Foundation. They came quite late and they're here to make it eventually. We're happy to have you here. So can you come for your presentation quickly?
And all my heart worried when troubles come and my heart won't be. Then I am still and pray here in the silence until you know this is you raise me up so I can stand on mountains. Raise me up while the darkness is. I am sure that I am on your shoulder. Raise me up more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up so all can see.
We appreciate your presence.
Well done, Supreme Foundation. You guys did pretty well. You guys did pretty well. I think you sound yourself beautifully. One thing I will say is, guys, I think when someone is on stage performing, if you're making so much noise, you're going to distract them and it's also discouraging. So I think you guys need to speak more cautious on that because you wouldn't like if your school was on stage and everyone else was making so much noise. But I think you guys did really well. Well done.
Okay, so while the judges are collating the results for this first round, I would like to take comments from you guys, you daisies. Who'd like to have go at it first? Yeah? Comments. Who did you like? Please don't like your school. Be very fair. Except of course it's your school that did.
I think that the school that did this solo for you. I think the school that did this solo for you that people did really well.
Thank you for being very fair. She likes the school that did the solo for Hero, the guys that did the drama. I like comments from our divas. Divas? Yeah. Don't worry, I'm not boxing. You can just, sorry. You like the lady that sang alone? Oh, everybody say yes. Okay, so if you feel you can do better, then let me do what you don't mistake. No, just give it the mic to do your thing. So nobody knows how to rap here. I thought I was going to see some very creative adaptation or I feel I can fly, you know, maybe the rap that I really forgot to put inside, you know, giving it to us. Nobody. You guys can rap. Fantastic. I love rap by the way, so who wants to have a go at it?
now because I believe that I'm proud. So today you'll be people loud, don't worry about me, and
Okay, one more question. Now the group of guys, you are fantastic. Is that a school rap? Because I hate young money from inside. Is that young money? You let me be so low. She was the village, I was the bag, we was the village, we were the I think it was the village, I got the village, I got the village, I got the village, now the whole line all now, when people to the third time, got the law, we got the on that good time, all along the okay, I mentioned already now. Oh, it's all over the book. Yeah, that's right. Well, put your hands together for yourself. We want you. All the 8 schools that performed, you guys did a very good job. But, as always, moving on to the next round, we have to get 3 schools in this round. So we're going to have 5 schools proceeding to the next round. Is that okay? So, how many of you can tell me what school you think is not going to be eliminated? Three times, right? Okay, 3 times you say. Alright, next one you think is not going to be. I can't hear you. Okay, let me say you. Okay. The next school that is safe, that is not being eliminated, is Green School. I'm not announcing the order of performance, but I'm asking random, okay? The first school that I will announce your elimination is you got Benina College. Sorry, you have to proceed to the next one. But let's ask girls for Benina College. Another school that is being eliminated is, I think maybe because it became late and they didn't really, get the time to feel what was going on and everything. So we understand that we have you. We hope that next year you'll be more prepared. That's the Supreme Education Foundation. Thank you very much, guys. So, one more
one more. And the last school that will not be proceeding to the next round is Jerusalem. Okay, so the rest of the school, no, they're happy that is saying. So the rest of the schools that is saying, so the schools that are going in, Bridge House, Vivian Fowler, Green Spring, Eden, Hallingdale, and Solid Rock. So see you all in the next round.
Okay, now we will be proceeding to our next segment. We'll have David. I will need you all to be calm. Just relax. All that excitement, just bring it up a notch. Okay? We're getting to some more serious stuff now, where we'll have a heart-to-heart conversation with our judges. So I'd like to invite them off stage. Starting with Mr. Zepia Oya. Please proceed to the stage. Thank you. Divas Daises, please proceed to the stage. Ms. Laura George, let's have your seat, please. And Ms. Masitola Woli. Our answer for today will be the lovely Divas.
Okay, everybody. Now this is the time we get to talk about stuff, the serious stuff. In the first session, we're going to talk about royalty and name. The question is, a lot of celebrities out there, let's take, for example, Whitney Houston, very popular icon, role model. You know, she was an icon, you know, that's what I can say. She broke barriers, her voice was phenomenal. She sang the song, The Greatest Love of All, which was one of the, you know, best songs in the century. But she died a very tragic death. And she was found in the bathroom. You know, she had overdosed. And the question that comes to mind is this what it's all about? You know, royalty, getting to the top and then to crash. Why does that happen? We've seen so many gifts here on display, and we know that a lot of these young girls are itching to get to that place, you know, where they reach the peak of their career. Why do people get to the top and they crash? Is that what it's all about? Can you know, talk to our young girls and give them advice based on what you have gone through, the experiences, being in the industry, knowing how things are and how things, you know, affect people when they're in the limelight? How do you take your skills, your talents, be the best, and yet be true to yourself? How do you handle that level of royalty? Would you like to go first?
I remember, I'm not sure what song was being sang here, it was Hero. And I turned to Lara and I said, oh, what happened to Mariah Carey? You know, it was just a question. And a lot of thought came to my mind, and it starts with one of the points I would like to share, which is stay true to yourself. I don't know much about music that is not so gospel. I'm must confess. So I don't know what she's singing now, really. But I knew what she was singing then because it was touching a lot of people. It felt like gospel because she was inspiring, and it reached far, more distance than it is right now because she was singing something that was true to herself. And I think what happened and what is happening to a lot of musicians or people in the limelight, sometimes you start to conform to what people want. Okay, now they want you to go naked. Now they want you to shake this, and now they want you to sing this way. So you stop doing what you really started doing, and why you really started doing what you were doing. And then you start dancing to the tune of, oh, they say, now you have to have a black eye. Okay, now you have to have tattoos all over you. You didn't start that way. So sometimes in this industry, it could be acting, singing, whatever it is, you need to know who you're called to be. Some people started off rapping, and they're still going on. Some people started off singing beautiful ballads that have gone over the years and are still coming strong. And I think you just need to find out who you are before you launch out. So when you're so sure of who you are before you launch out, it's so hard for anyone to come and tell you different because you stick to it and that's what works. So for me, I believe you need to know who you are and you need to insist on that.
So it's about self-discovery. What you're saying, it's about knowing and finding who you are. Because when you're out there, there's going to be a lot of distractions, there's going to be a lot of pressures from different angles. But when you know who you are, you're able to manage the attention that comes. Okay, anybody else wants to
Basically, just touching on what you said about Houston, she is actually the picture of royalty until she passes away from drug overdose. And we see that they lost of celebrities. And I think what this is that they go through a lot of pressure. So there's this pressure to sort of do things in a certain way. And just like you said, they forget who they are. But I think the most important thing that all of you need to realize is that fame is not an excuse to do things that are morally unacceptable. So just because you've gotten to...
Sorry, can I just hold you? Did you know what she said? Yeah. She said, fame is not an excuse to do things that are morally unacceptable. That's very important.
Yes. So just because you've gotten to a certain level of icon, people are starting to listen to it doesn't give you the right to act in a way that you wouldn't have acted before you got famous. So actually what true royalty represents is fame but with a moral compass. So you should be someone that is famous and looking to impact people positively. So how can people look up to you and be like, wow, this person is such an inspiration, they do amazing things, I want to be like them, people should aspire to be like you. So there's nothing wrong with looking up to famous people like Whitney Houston, but I think it's just know who you are and how you can be an impactful person.
Wow, I think that's something that's the other one as you do. So what do you know from that self-discovery? You've got to know who you are. And that leads us to the next question. How do I know who I am? Yeah. Okay.
I agree with what everyone has said. And I think that also, if as you're growing up, you know that you may have that sort of personality where if you get a bit of fame, you get a bit of money, you might just start to go off course. I believe it's about accountability, and I believe in mentorship and mentors. And okay, I'll give you an example. I don't know if you know John Boyega in the new Star Wars movie. He's a rising star in Nigeria. Yeah, and Nigeria British in the UK. And he put a tweet out the other day where he filmed whatever he got home. And his mom said, we're one frying pan table. And it made me laugh because in his house, he is still her son. He is still a regular person. He might be doing red carpets and filming with, what's the name, Indiana Jones, the acting thing. But he might all of a sudden have faith in you. But in his household, he's still a normal person. So I truly believe in accountability. Finding someone, whether it's a family member or someone in your workplace that's older than you, that you feel that when you are going on course, will keep you in check.
That is so strong. Family values. Family values actually shape you. And you know, there's something that when you see people who are really grounded, check them out. They have very strong family values. They have very, very strong. There's nothing, you know, sometimes we get under pressure and we want to kind of diss or disown or try and behave as if this is not where I come from. You know, you try to pretend that you're all, you know, look at all these ladies here, all accomplished, you know, in their own different fields, and they're proud of who they are. You know, you could hear that they were judging. They were saying things that were real and relatable. So it's all about you coming to yourself and accepting who you are. And it's very, very, very important. Does anybody have anything to add? Okay. Anyway, I was saying something that this topic, this question leads us to the next one. How do I know myself? Because I know many young girls out here are asking that question. Some kind of have an idea, you know, with their gifts and talents. Gifts and talents, is that the only way to discover who they are? How do you know, what is destiny? You know, what is destiny? What is my destiny? What is their destiny? How many people want to know the answer to that? You know, what is my destiny? What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to find out who I am? How am I supposed to discover myself? Can you tell us?
Okay. For me, I think trying to even be me. I'm just using myself as an example. Trying to be me in another sense of speaking from the way that I describe finding yourself. I'm speaking in another sense of speaking, talking now. Trying to be me is not enough. And here is what I mean. There is no me outside of God. And for me, because God is the one who has created me, I've got to always run back inside of Him to find my purpose, to find the reason why I'm here. I know that with music it's easy to say, okay, you're doing gospel, or you're doing inspirational, or you're doing, secular. But this same issue applies to every single one of us, regardless of whatever field we find ourselves in. You might be a photographer, an actor, you might be a banker, or whatever. On the job, you need to reflect God. And so the question now is, how do I reflect God on the job? So if you find yourself in the entertainment world, because entertainment is so, I strongly believe that everything entertainment related is strongly linked to God's heart. And I don't know why, because it's almost like the closer, the deeper you go into entertainment, the deeper you are to fire. It's almost like it can either make you or break you. You know, people die, like people commit suicide, there's so much pressure, there's so much, even the most grounded people can sometimes lose it and, miss their way. To me, to every day wake up and remember to seek the face of God keeps you rooted, keeps you grounded the way you need to be. Because there are moments when, for even the best of us, we want to either quit or we want to do something crazy to ourselves because we're under so much pressure to keep up appearances, we're under so much pressure. Just by the way, I know that a lot of you are on social media. Please do not be mean to those who are in the public eye, because someday that person may be you. A lot of people hide under the guise of anonymity to send really nasty messages to celebrities. Oh, you're fat. Oh, you're thin. Oh, you're, this. Why is that? Why is your hair so big? Why is your business so big? Sorry, I'm saying a lot, but it's really, it's stuff that is just heavy on my mind to say. Because someday that celebrity may just be you. Someday that superstar may be you. So that's just by the way. But for me, finding yourself, there is no you without God. Just remember that.
That is the summary of it all. I don't think it can be said in a better way. What is destiny? Destiny is God's plan for you. Destiny is what God has written before you were born. The Bible says in Psalm 139, he said, when I was still in the womb, when I was yet unborn, your eyes saw my members. God put you together. Your voice, your looks, your talents, your gifts, your personality, your parents, where you were born, everything is part of the plan. Because you know what? It wasn't up to you. God didn't give you that choice. How many people chose your parents? Did you choose your parents? No, you didn't. You just found yourself here. So there's certain things that are beyond your control. And that is part of God's plan and God's destiny for you. And the only way you can find that plan, like our sister has said, is to find it in God. If you find God, He's the one that holds the key. The signs are there. The signs are always there. Like we saw people with gifts today. We're just showing one side. There are other people here that can't perform because that's not their gift. The music is not their gift. They have another gift. But what we're saying is look inside yourself. You will find the answers. You will find the clue. But that destiny is important because when you find who you are and you find your destiny, you're able to shine. You're able to become the best that you are. Anybody wants to?
I often use the word purpose as, a substitute for destiny. This microphone was made so that it can amplify sound. A cup was made to take liquid or something to put in your mouth. Food was created to satisfy hunger. You were created for something. So everything, a shoe was created to keep your feet, tucked in. Clothes were created to cover our nakedness. So your name, you know yourself. You were created for a purpose. I need you to understand that and get that, at an early age. I didn't get that at an early age. I think the first time I heard about destiny or purpose was 1997. Which is not too long ago. But you hearing this now should start to give you focus. So you're not just living arbitrary, I just wake up and do what they do and flow this way. No, you already have a sense that maybe these things, why do I like this? Why do I hate it when the room is untidy? Why do I always get angry when things are not in order? Why do I like cooking so much? Do you understand? So your passions and the things that you're starting to see are signposts. They're showing you something. God is always speaking in different ways. They're telling you, why do I like babies so much? You could just, once you get to church, all you want to do is carry all the babies in church. And in fact, their mothers will become, is that the baby? Because there's something. So don't ignore these talents, these gifts that you're exhibiting at this age, because somehow they may not be all of what you will be eventually, but they're definitely a part of what God has put in you.
So you got that. Number one, self-discovery is key. Number two, be yourself, and because you're famous doesn't give you an excuse or license to be morally, how did you put it? Unacceptable. You don't have to behave anyhow just because you're out there. And the other talked about strong family values. Keeps you grounded, keeps you strong. And then Lara talked about by saying that it's in God. It's everything is in God. And then I talked to you about destiny, God's plan for you. And then Kika said your gifts and your talents, you were made for purpose. So do you get that? Daisies? Yes. Do you get that? Yes. So you're going to take this away from this session, right? You're going to go and find what that destiny is, right? You're going to go back and pray, and you're going to ask God to show you what that destiny is. And you're going to begin to pay attention to your gifts and your talents. And you have mentors, you have people around you who can guide you. People who have walked the path that you're trying to walk, and they know, what to do and what not to do. So I think we should put our hands together for our judges. And we're going to go straight to the next round of talk because we're trying to make sure we finish everything on time. And the next part of the talk is how expensive is the top? Everybody wants to get to the top. 67,000 followers on Instagram. That's dollar. She's got 67,000 followers on Instagram. Wow! Like, wow! How do you handle it? What is the price to pay? It's not life for everybody. Can everybody cope with this? All our young ladies today that are, manifesting their gifts. Let's say they get, an opportunity, they get thrown into the limelight tomorrow. How do they handle it? What are the pitfalls? What are the things that cause people to fall when they get out there? But I want this question with you.
No problem. You guys are saying no money, no problems. I'm not talking in the monetary sense, but basically, the more popular we become, there just seem to be issues that crop up, like just random things just start to happen. And for me, I just look at it as it's just another level that I need to get through. It's not necessarily that you're doing something wrong. So, for example, with this 67,000 Instagram followers, I started to notice that by the time I got to about 30,000, my comments were different. Like how Lara mentioned about when you see a post on someone's Twitter or Instagram, and it's so easy for you to sit behind your phone or behind your computer screen and just say, what kind of rubbish is this? But can you imagine if a random person that you don't know says that to you? It's actually hurtful. The thing is, you tend to develop thick skin, but not everyone has that thick skin. I have some friends in the media who they call and say, you guys stop reading the comments. Because this person does not know you. It's a snapshot of what they think is your life. Because a lot of people on Instagram, what they're putting out there is not actually how they look. That's actually true. There are people, you see girls that every day they're reposting them some new outfits. They probably don't even have a job. They might just go to the house, change, sell the gifts, and sit there and picture. And so about me, they're serious. That's no joke. And it's so easy for you as young people to look at that and say, oh, I want to be that. They're so young. But you have no idea. This girl in a house crying. You have no idea. It is a snapshot of someone's life. The other thing is, when you are in the media, if you're a singer, people think they know you. So they think they can come up to you and say anything. That's me. It used to baffle me. Oh, so why did you do that? And someone said to me, I was doing a 5K run. A 5K run. And I finished and I had my hair pulled back and no makeup on. And this girl said, and the camera's there. The girl said to me, oh, are you doctor for TV? And I went, she was son. You're the best on TV, Sha. I was like, oh, thank you. And she actually had no way of getting home, so I offered her a ride home. Because to me, I cannot take it personally. She doesn't know what she's talking about. And that's, she might be saying anything. I have no idea. But I decided to be the bigger person and to do the right thing. The more popular you become, if you want to go into
entertainment. You're going to have other people that are envious of you. You're going to have colleagues that want your job. You're going to have friends that are not even in the industry but don't want you to progress. Maybe it has nothing to do with them. The thing is just to say your name. Look at where you are trying to get to.
Wow. Say your name. Look at where you're trying to get to. The top is not easy. All we see is the glitz and the glamour. We see the paparazzi, that's all we see. Like she said, it's a snapshot. You don't really see the behind the scenes. And the one thing I want to add to what she said is that the person you're seeing out there who has become popular has actually put in a lot of hard work to get to where they are and to do what they're doing. It's not balanced for you to think you're going to start out today and tomorrow you're going to be right there where they are. Life is not an escalator. It's a staircase. You have to take the stairs. There are steps from one level to the other. So you have to understand that what you see is a process. Life is a process. So you have to follow the process. You have to follow. It's going to be up today, down tomorrow. There are times you're not even going to know what to do. There are times you're going to be broke. There are times you're going to be hated. Times you're going to be loved. Times you're going to be supported. Times nobody's going to support you. But you just got to stay in your lane, keep the focus, know where you're going, and just keep going. Once you've discovered yourself, you know your essence, you know the reason why you're doing what you're doing, don't let anything distract you. Keep the focus, keep yourself in God, and the sky is the limit. Yes, please.
You touch on what Yolanda said about comment. I think a lot of you're obviously like in secondary school and you're at that age where, people can be very mean and people say things to each other and, your friend can make a comment and let's say you're fond of singing and then she goes, you're always singing, your voice is not even that great. I just want you to know that sometimes when they say these comments, it's just a reflection of their own insecurities. And I wish someone told me this when I was much younger. I would go back and I'm like, oh, someone made this comment, and you let it overwhelm you, but then you don't realize that actually what they've said is a reflection of their own insecurities. It has nothing to do with you. You are fine the way you are, so know yourself and start aligning yourself and don't be distracted by the noise. Don't be distracted by the noise at all, because people say they probably just want to be in your shoes. So always stand firm and just be confident in who you are.
To reiterate, the point that you made earlier on about how much work it really takes to get to this stop that we're talking about. And Kiki and I were asking each other earlier on what is the definition of the club say. How do you even know you people that are right? Are you arrived? Do you feel like you arrived? I don't feel like I'm arrived. Are you arrived? 67,000 followers, but there are how many millions of the world? You know what I'm saying? Like even if I had 1 million followers, I wouldn't feel like that I have arrived yet, because it's an ongoing process. However, like we saw from the competition here today, we saw groups that came on. Ika was sitting right next to me, so I could chit chat with her a lot. There were groups that came on that had taken time to score the songs, that had taken time to work out harmonies, and it sounded so beautiful. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to present a 5-minute song. Kiki and I were in the choir for years together. You know now. And when people will just come and say, is it not only 5 minutes? Those 5 minutes, as you all saw today, and as you have experienced today, most of you in this room today were on stage. You can see, is it easy to be on stage? Is it yam? Is it tomatoes? I don't think. When you see Dollar sitting up there, like presenting a show and all of that, you don't have no idea how much work went into getting this done and getting that done. See why you put up this wonderful show today. I don't want to imagine. How many months ago did you call me? Who did you call me before we finally spoke? You know what I'm saying? There's so much work that goes into putting any good thing together. So people, don't ever get carried away by the seat and most of us are wearing wings and the shoes. When we get home, everything comes off. It all comes off. Then we will tie stuff and then start each Yes, we will tie stuff. We'll take it off. It all comes off. Nobody is like this 24/7. So do not be deceived. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived into thinking that, when I go into music, yes, I will just arrive, just like that. Then I'll not be pouring my money, hey, on Instagram every day in front of a banana island gate. People think I take the pictures every day, I don't like. But I am not carried away, right? I know that that's not how it is 24/7. So it's okay for us to look at one another for inspiration. That's okay, but we must never idolize one another. Because once you start to get close to the proverbial top, the heat comes on. You suddenly find that your friends are not so friendly anymore. You know why? Because y'all are not on the same level anymore. The people who you thought, these ones, they have my back, they will start clawing at you. That's when the tears start to come. And when the tears start to come, because as human beings, we are social animals, we want to be accepted all the time. You're going to want to always do things to make people love you more. So if it looks like the crowd out there wants you to off your clothes, you will want to off your clothes more so that you can be accepted more. If it looks like the crowd out there wants you to, do more of something that is not necessarily okay, you tend to want to be under pressure to do those things. And again, here is where being rooted and grounded in the family values that, Zephia spoke of earlier on, and in God. Because no matter what it is that anybody says, how they say it, no matter the tossing and the turning, the pulling, the shoving here and there of peer pressure, which some of you are experiencing today, even right now in school, there are some of you who are under pressure. Some of you don't have human hair. Some of you don't have thin leg pants to wear, and you feel bad because you're sort of being left out of the happening play. You need to hold your head up high. No matter where you find yourself in life, be the best person that you can be in that spot that you find yourself. And while you aspire to be a better person, to have more money, to do better in your career, just be the best person, and that's what right there where you find yourself. I've said a lot, but I needed to say it.
Beautiful. Putting it all together, we said a lot of things. Number one, I want to say that success is not determined or defined by how many Instagram followers you have. I just wanted to balance that out. That's not the definition of success. Lara said something, she said, what is even the top? What do you say is your own top? You've got to know that my top is different from your top. You've got to know that Dolapo's top is different from Kike's top. Everybody, it goes back to destiny. We all have our race to to run. Each and every one of us. Don't get into the competition thing. You're not in competition with anyone. You are in competition with your own destiny. Because at the end of it all, you are going to be judged. You know the way everybody it comes out and you're going to be judged by what you were originally supposed to do. So take for example, you're supposed to be a medical doctor. And then that's who you are, that's your gift. You just care for people, you just want to help people. But because you saw somebody on Instagram or you saw somebody on Facebook that looks popular, has all the attention, and you start trying to be somebody else. If for some reason you die and you go to heaven, God is going to ask you, okay, so how well did you perform? He's going to judge you against you're supposed to be a medical doctor. What were you doing in music? What? You have no business in there. So always remember, you are not in competition with anyone. You are in competition to find your own path, find your own destiny, and walk it. Don't be intimidated by the successes of others. You can only do that if you find yourself. I'm telling you, if you don't know who you are, you will be intimidated by the successes of others. Until you find who you are, and you understand God's program for you, life will, it can be miserable. So, last question. My people are telling me right. Last question is this. A lot of young girls, what are the things that they should never do? Trying to get to the top. People sleep around. People, I want to be this, and so because I want to be that. Somebody says, if you sleep with me, I'll give you access to becoming the next star. Something like that. People cheat. People lie. For example, you have someone comes here and says, do you know this lady? I'm thinking of giving her, putting her in a show. And you're like, why isn't he asking about me? And then you go and say something negative about her because you want the spotlight for yourself. I want to talk about these things. I want to talk about these ills, this negative vices that are very common and popular in the race for the top. The things that people go through. How do you get to the top without having to step on somebody else's toes? If we want to say life can be quite competitive, sometimes it's about who does it first. So everybody's trying to get ahead of the other person. I just want to balance it for them. As they go, even when they're in school, they're doing exams. They want to be number one. How am I happy even when I'm not number one? Can we talk about that?
I think this might sound strange to say, but it is almost easier to try and mess someone up because you're jealous. And you won't even know that things happening. So as you give an example, someone might call me, or not even say to you, that says, I saw that you did your talk with Garage George. I want to book her for something. You do have my number, unless I have my number. I just say, are you sure? Now when I was with her, she just wasn't very pleasant. And then you go home and then think to yourself, why did I do that? The thing can come like this. And I think there's a way to start, as you start to, you have to stop yourself. Because it's not going to make you feel better. Talking about, okay, you want to get to a certain position in your life, you want a new role, the cast director wants you to see. You see the Mandela. How do you feel? There's certain things, the people that you might look up to that you're envious of. Or when you get to a certain stage in life, you see your friend, she's now working and everything. I'm not saying that everyone does. But you don't know. You don't know if she's able to sleep at night. She might have to take something just so she can get the day. Because the weight on her back of the life decisions she has made to get to that point. And I don't think you want to live like that. For me, it's about knowing if you want to get to a certain point, like you want to get to your top, everybody's time is different. That is my number one thing. I've been in this industry for years, and I remember people saying to me, you have so much more talent. How
Helen, say it is what it is. It's not that, it's not my cross to bear. It's not for me to say that more popular in one aspect, because more people know her. And who are you to say I have no talent? I mean, I think I have great talent. But I'm not looking at that and saying I have no talent. For me, I know where I am trying to get to. That may be the time then, but I knew that my time was coming. So for me, everybody's time is different.
Wow. Time is key. You want to say something?
Okay, just basically, I won't pretty much stuff, but timing is very key. So sometimes you might look at your friends or like look at things that other people are doing, and then you get discouraged, feeling like, oh my god, why am I not there? Like for instance, I'm not in the music industry. Like I work and then I have a business on the side, and I know certain people that are also in that industry, the beauty industry. And I probably look at them sometimes and I feel overwhelmed and I'm like, oh my god, they have so many followers. Like, and we're all human beings, we get insecure, we doubt ourselves, and you feel like, oh my god, like they've gone to this event, people know more about what else is happening to me. But what you need to realize is you're just going to bring yourself down by doing that. Trust the process, trust the timing of your life. They could be there now, and probably if you go to the same event, you're probably not going to do as well. And then come next year, you do an event and you do extremely well. So just trust the process of things, and just touching on the whole issue of bringing other people down to get to themselves. I truly believe in karma. So if you do something evil to someone, it's going to come back to you. So I think that's just something that should stick in your head. It might not happen right away, but I truly believe in karma. And whatever you feed into the universe is going to come back to you. So think about that. And I also think it's a thing about practicing love and just appreciation for other people. So something good has happened to your friend. It's very easy for you to be like, oh, I'm happy for you, but truly you're not happy. And no one is judging you for that. It happens to everybody. But I think being aware of it and then saying to yourself, okay, why is it that I notice I have these tendencies to get jealous or envious of people? What is this? Why am I not doing this? Just being aware of it and praying about it, like, okay, God, like, take this thing away from me, like, help me to not be envious. And then just practice love. You hear something good is happening to a friend, be joyful about it. Like, you're in a completely different industry or a different field, like, all you can do is just share the love. I truly believe that's what's making me very happy. So just timing of your life.
The word process has been mentioned, quite several times on this platform, and I believe that the process is not going to start when you get to the top. It's starting here and now, and I don't want to ignore the fact that you're not even yet out of school, and to know that where you are now is where you're starting from. It's your own starting point. So the processes we may be talking about, what you give this thing, we haven't started having followers, we're not yet trying to, pull someone else in another industry down. Where you are, starting from home, with your siblings, with your classmates, your teachers, these are the processes every great person had to go through. Every great person was born, they didn't just suddenly, appear and then they were on top. So there's a process. You started to learn how to walk. Then, you crawled, then you walked, and then So the processes of life will come. And to know that it is now, destiny is not tomorrow. The purpose is not tomorrow. It's not 10 years from now. It is today. It is this moment where you're in civic center, you're going to get to the bus, you're going back to school. Everything you're doing is leading up to where you're going. So I want us to remember that every day you wake up in school, you're in boarding school, you're going to class, those are the processes. How are you treating others? How are you responding to authority? What are you doing with your liberty? You're writing exams and you're cheating. What are you doing? These are the processes that will eventually lead up to where you're going. So we need to just let every day be your destiny. When you wake up, let every day be your destiny. Let every decision you make, let it be right before God, and then before man, and then with yourself. Just something that simple to know that each day is destiny, and I'm going to do the best. I'm going to be the best today, because it's leading up to who I will be eventually. Thank you.
Wow. I think
I wanted to share a real life story, right? And I wanted to start with an example of something that happened on stage today. There was a school that performed on stage today and ended up getting eliminated. But one of the ladies from that school busted a rhyme. Are they still here? Joyce still? Have they left? They left? Are you? Where's the lady who was rapping? Where are you? Stand up. What's your name? Huh? Precious. Precious. Please. Can you give Precious a round of applause? Your rap was so amazing. You can sit down. And you can sit down. I just wanted to use that little scenario as an example, where Precious's school got eliminated from the round today. Well, we heard Precious rap. And there are probably people who have sat here today who cannot rap the way that Precious raps. And Precious she may or may not decide to go on with rap. Later on in life, she may decide to do spoken word, poetry, whatever, anything, or you know. But you're going to go on, and each one of you, every single one of you here in this room today, will go on to excel in life by the grace of God, knowing that you are number one in your own lane, because each person has their own lane, really and truly. Some years ago, and this is a true story that I wanted to share, I was part of a group called Push, right? And Push was wildly popular at the time. And there was a concert that we did where it was a benefit concert, and there were these two guys who walked up to us. And one of them was like, "Oh, hello, Lara, I'm so happy to meet you. Please, can I just back you up with I can play the guitar. I can even dance, I can dance." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't get on stage with you. We didn't rehearse or anything. I'm really sorry. Thank you all the same." And then after Push, I think they performed just before us. One of them was Peter, and one of them was Paul. So hang on, I'm going somewhere with my story. They're known as P Square today. Fast forward to many years later. So I'm in my lane, doing God's will. Let me be real with you. I'm not gotten flow ambassadorship here too. And all those other, endorsements that they've gotten. So should I yank my hair off my head? Do you understand what I'm saying? However, I'm also 12 years married. I've got 2 lovely children. A wonderful family. I am doing my own thing, and I'm very happy to be doing so. I know that I could be doing so much more, but at what price? At what price? There are people who are, even if I were to look at my contemporaries, who are fellow gospel artists, who do concerts all the time, who do this and that and the other. It's been a conscious decision to say, I'm staying to do this, and when I'm done doing this, then I will face this. Life does not take excuses, but you must run your own race. It is important that you run your own race. So if you sit down there and you're tearing your hair out and you're saying, "Oh, because so and so, because Donako has her show, because I must have my show, because he has it in her book, she's going to gas me. Let me quickly go right now, because that's her own, exactly, let me do it all." You're going to tear yourself up into bits and pieces, and then you will be neither here nor there. So, the story I just shared is something that is actually really and truly a very difficult story for me to share because it is real. But every day I give God thanks because I know that there are people who started out when I did who are no longer here today. So, keep your eyes on the prize, people, and just understand that that each person has their own race to run.
I think the message that God is trying to tell you today is clear. You have your own lane. You have your own race. You've got to find yourself and stay on that lane. Don't run another person's race. Your true royalty, your true shade, your own unique shade of purple, your own unique shade of yourself is unique to you and it's perfect for you. She gave an example of what other people will say she missed out on an opportunity, but she balanced it. She didn't miss out. There's certain things she has today that other people will give anything to have. So that is how life is. Don't compare yourself with anyone. Compare yourself with where you're going and where you're supposed to be. Don't run another person's race. I think we should just put our hands together for our church experience. Thank you very much for speaking to the young women. I know and I'm sure you have been impacted and you have taken something away. Look at these women. They're accomplished, well, okay, they're on the way, and I like that. They're humble. There are other people that don't even have the level of influence they have, and they wouldn't even come for a show like this. They don't take anything from us. Look, can we put our hands together? We don't take anything here. They're here, they're giving back. They love you so much. You know how busy they are. You know how much their time and their time is money because they get paid for doing things like this. But they come here just to speak to us. And I like them because they're good examples. They're women who have gone to a level where other people are trying to get to. But look at them, they're real. They're talking about family values, they're talking about God, they're talking about prayer, they're talking about purpose, they're talking about destiny. So what is your own excuse? Where are we? What have we done? If people who have gotten to a level, they're saying pray, they're saying find God, they're saying get your dreams, they're saying stay in your lane. They know what they're talking about. So I really want to emphasize that. Please, God first. Find your destiny, your purpose, stay in your lane, have strong family values. There's a price for that place that you're saying, there's a lot of hard work that goes into it. So you have to know what you want to sacrifice. Last year, the Lord told us how she decided, she talked about she was getting married. She had her wedding then, she hadn't gotten married then, if you remember, and she said she decided that she wanted to follow her career up to a point, and then she knew, okay, now it's time for me to get married, and God did it for her as she desired. So there's a price for every level, and you're ready to pay that price. I wish we could go on, but there's no time. But I really, really hope that because this is why we're here. This is why we put all this together. The competition is what we really, really, really want you to get. We want your generation to be changed. We want you another level of running on the coming generation. We want you one day to be sitting where we are sitting. And a young girl sitting where you are sitting, what is the story that you're going to be telling? What is going to be your testimony? What are you going to be hearing when you wake up? That's tomorrow. Like Kike said, every day is destiny. Have a sense of seriousness. In anything you're doing, knowing that it's a building block to tomorrow. Thank you very much. You have to leave this meeting.
Thank you, Ms. Efa and Sophia Oya, and thank you so much, Mrs. Kike. And thank you, fabulous Divas. Thank you so much for your time, for blessing us with your wonderful. So quickly we move on to the next round. It's an interesting combination of traditional and folk songs, and also contemporary Nigeria gospel music. So the schools that they bring, they get to choose one of category. We have Green Springs. Please be on standby, Green Springs. Thank you, ladies. Green Springs will be performing the song Ijoba.
Mine is from the east. Mine is from the west. Mine is from the north. Mine is from the south. I greet you. This is a story about Mary Palmer. She was baptized with black covers. She's so strong in the world. But she knows I did. I did.
He was very poor. She could hardly be captain. And she had another room again. She went down the wall, said she was rich. But she could not give another. What can she do? Oh, me. Please find out for yourself. No, I can't take this again. I want my neck headaches. Why are you there with me? I'm not even the one to serve. I want to do something to myself. I want to do something. I can't get through my life in this kind of love. I want to do something. So one day, out of an idea of going to see this great hero machine. What is it, great hero machine? You know what is Africa? You know the hard work. So what does she offer? The great hero machine. Watch out! Yes, I know what you know. I want to get over. I want to do something. Should I keep working? No, I cannot keep working. I want to be great to work with you. I need you to do something for me. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Let's go.
I'm here. I keep giving promises. Maybe not the truth. I thought it was expensive for you, just for you. Maybe not the truth. It won't come. I'm ready to give in abundance for you. You know I'm very rich now. So anything you want, I'm ready to give to you. Maybe not the She tried to be God. How did that person? I love for you. This is the lesson for everyone here, especially the mother. Never ever make such promise. And he knows anything. He knows she will be the best of anything. Because she has patience for a long time. Go off to things. Please, take a bow, take a bow, take a bow, take a bow. Everybody, give them a round of applause. That was amazing. People, when you first got on stage, I was wondering why only 2 people were singing. I was already, like, what's going on? And then you started all of this. I'm amazed at the attention to detail that you have put into this full-on production, is what Jonathan called this. This is a full, and now they go on people on stage. Completely local treat. And that's what I'm talking about. Just going all out. People going all out. And that was amazing. Well done. I don't know if you had help from your teachers putting that together or not. You didn't do as much singing, but I think I suspect that you chose to stay in your lane by doing this. And so I have to still really commend you. Well done, and You're going on next after Solid Rock.
The music performing so beautiful like
Good morning, everybody. If you are doing your mom is so beautiful, it's very good of you. Beautiful is your name. Wonderful is what you